Well, so let me see who's new here. Just Jill is mainly new here, so everybody knows. And there's a few others that wants the recording that's new, that's very interested in the mystery school, as well as in the tours. Not necessarily just December, but the ones following that too. So I'm just going to state, this is sort of what I like about these open houses. I do it every couple of months, is to honor ancient Egyptian festivals. So as to get a little bit of a taster of, like, how do they generally celebrate these festivals? Like, what's the goddess or god, or what's the theme of the festival? So tonight we are celebrating Anukis, which is the Nubian goddess of the Nile. So I'll be going more into what she represents and so forth. And then, hi Carol. And then what I always like to do first is do like a grounding meditation to just get you into these frequencies, healing frequencies, before I talk more about the teaching and what this all means. And then I talk about, what the tours, or this December tour and the following ones entail. And then it's open-ended and you can ask questions. And it's also a great way to get a feel for the group. So just so you know what to expect. So yeah, so we're just going to now settle into the flow of the Nile. So Kate was just sharing, she was kayaking and being so held by the water and one with the water. And I was just sharing how that feels when you're on the Dabahea, the Afandina that has no motor as well. That you're just being pushed along the Nile and you become one and you float from temple to temple. So this is where I would like you to go. So just recline back. If you want to dim your lights, you can. And again, my sound system is set up differently here. So hopefully the sounds will sound okay. I know Egypt has been calling you and coming into your field, and you see it everywhere. So just connect to those signs that's been coming in for you, where you've seen it shown up. So the more we acknowledge these signs, the more we also see them. Just become one with your body and your breath. And you're looking over the Nile. The Nile also has a strong current. I tried to swim in the Nile and I nearly was taken away with the strong current. So there's also the movement of water. So just connect with that movement, the ebbs and flows. And how that relates in your life. How flexible are you? How are you at this moment flowing and adjusting to new currents? Do you feel you need the soothing waters for healing, or for cleansing, for washing away, or for initiation, like a spiritual bath or spiritual baptism? So you need the waters as reminders and as a teacher. Also to feel whole and united. And the Nile indeed represents the Milky Way. It looks like the Milky Way. And also the lotus as it opens up into the delta. It looks like the lotus blossom. This is indeed the name of our tour, Be the Lotus. To blossom into your own beauty, your own authenticity, your own truth, your own power. So see yourself being held in that vision. And how you can move in any direction, whatever comes your way, just like the lotus, deeply rooted in that mucky water. What you'll learn later is that Anuket is Kunum's wife. And he made us, or humans, from clay. So from that muddy waters at the bottom of the Nile comes our creation. And this is how we can see any turbulence or times of worry and distress, that something beautiful can blossom out of that experience. So let's embrace that. Anuket means embrace. So just hold that and let all that integrate into your being. So just like the water gives you a renewed strength, so does these frequencies that strengthen your adrenal glands. It's also solar plexus, sense of self-worth. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain flowing to the ocean. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain flowing to the ocean. So just see all those drops of rain unifying, coming together, flowing harmoniously. Into endless possibilities. Just breathe that in and let that sink into your whole being and every fiber. And then you can just slowly start returning back to this space. So you can see. Okay, so here's our festival, the Feast of Anuket. So I'm gonna dive right in who she is, who's Anuket or Anukis. If I can move this, just. So she's the mistress of Nubia and the personification of the Nile and nourisher of the fields. It's all about the inundation, the flood, the fertility and harvesting. And she's also, so she's here at the back of Isis with the headdress of the reeds. And sometimes she's also depicted with feathers on her head, not just one feather like Ma'at, but a bunch of feathers, ostrich feathers. And she's supporting goddess Isis, and she's protectress of childbirth. And she's also the daughter of Ra. And in closing, if we have enough time, actually out of Awakening of Osiris, there was a messenger of Ra piece that came in that wanted to be read. So I'll do that at the end. And then she's also the Eye of Ra, just like Sekhmet. So Sekhmet's also the daughter and the Eye of Ra. So it's just like there's a lot of crossover and similarities between these deities. And then, like I mentioned in the meditation, wife to Khnum, the creator god from Elephantine Island, creating humans from clay on the potter's wheel before placing them into their mother's womb. She also being identified with Nephthys and linked with goddess Isis. And the way you can tell, because obviously goddess Isis is shown in different ways, but that this is goddess Isis, there's always a throne on the top of her head. And then she's also a form of star Sirius and a fellow goddess Sothis. Her name means embrace. So that's what I was saying earlier. So the teachings here is really how do we embrace the flood? How do we embrace when things goes wrong, or just the intensity as well of things, and flow with it and find new ways of navigating through it? That's the reminder. And then how do we celebrate it? Well, we celebrate it. So this is celebration of Anuket on the Nile. And by offering of throwing coins, gold jewelry to appease Anukis. So that's what you would do to celebrate it. So that's why I have like golden jewelry on. It's just you'll get dressed up and whatever's dear to you, that's what you would offer, and to appease the goddess. And what I was saying, just the early in the meditation, we all come from the goddess and drops of rain into the water. And this is what water unites us all. And we have this waves of consciousness, and we can learn to adapt like water and adapt to each other, because we're all the same really. So we can be more accepting of each other. And then the Nile can be such a healing place, the water, the sacred waters to receive. You can like collect for your altar space, for anointing, spiritual bathing, baptism, so many ways of also clearing energetically. And she's also associated with Salhal Island and Elephantine Island. So this is all in Aswan. There's a lot of Nubian villages around. And of the people there is just so beautiful and giving. It's very beautiful surroundings. It feels very fertile. You feel very held in that space. And here on Sahel Island is where pilgrims would go and speak their prayers of gratitude and for safe navigation into the Stella. So, and this depicts King Jossa offering Kanum, Ray, Satis, and Anukis. He was making the offerings after 7 years of famine. And this is where pharaohs would come, everyone, like every walks of life, nobles, pharaohs, all pilgrims would come here and make offerings and speak their prayers. So you would climb this hill and speak their prayers. So the question is, where do you need more flow in your life? So these are just questions you can deliberate on. Where do you need more flow in your life? What is inhibiting your flow? Where can you redirect energy? So this is just a few questions you can journal about now or later. I will be sending this recording to you as well. And then in my mystery school, which is an online self-paced program, I have a whole section on just the Nile, and there's a lot more deepening questions that you can experience here. And seeing that I have enough time, before I go further with that, I'm actually going to read this, A Messenger of Ra, while you're in this contemplative state. The boat was hewn of cypress wood, 7 arms in length, green as crystal tourmaline, strong as the voice of Ra. The world has spread itself before me, washed with natron and ambergris. I sail through stars, silver, ash fishes. I'm messenger of Ra. What grace I've seen no man can know. Green words fly from the mouths of gods, ground and baked. Red words rise like bread. A perfect food for dead men, yellow stone in the sea, golden light among stars. I'm messenger of Ra, whispering the secret of ages. So this photo was taken from a sunrise ceremony at Isis's temple, where we'll be for New Year's Day 2023. And there's Ra is rising. Ra is the sun god. Oh, and this is just about the self-paced program, just going into each temple with more deepening questions and teachings. And now you can enjoy this video. Some of you have seen this already, of the Nile. Okay, and then there's, so this is our tour coming up, Be the Lotus. And then I just wanted to show you the video of that. Yes, here. This is what we'll be experiencing.